Hello and welcome everybody. This is Karritz and my voice has changed, almost normal now. This is my third episode of the Isla Paradiso bunch. In episode 3 we find another freezer bunny near the fridge. The Sims go shopping and consigning. Jeanie gets a job and Diana finds a really good adventure. I discovered Stella dog barking at the fridge and she already had another freezer bunny. That's 2 the household's got now, thanks to Stella dog. Josephine visited Carter's corner store. This store has 3 levels. On the bottom level is a garden shop, a cafe, a magic store, toilets and a play area. Josephine's visiting the garden shop. We just hired an attendant for the Savvy Seller register. Nobody owns this store. The consignment register is in this store too. Josephine is going to consign some items that we put in her inventory when we tidied up back at the house. I decided that I didn't need all those seashells, and also she'll consign some sculptures. And then she'll buy a few items. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking when I decided that it would be a good idea for her to buy books from the consignment register, but that's what I got her to do. It would have been better to let Judy buy the books from the bookstore because Judy happens to have the Bookshop Bargainer lifetime reward. Because she bought the books from the consignment register, Josephine ended up with the negative moodlet for being ripped off. Out in the foyer is a humble harvest stand from the alfresco market venue. There's also, on the other side of the foyer, a barista bar from the University Life expansion pack. Most seeds can be found at the Stone's Throw greenhouse. But my Sims are mostly only planting seeds if they know already what the seeds are. If they don't know the seeds, they don't plant them. That 100 simoleons that just floated up as a reward that Diana just got for completing an opportunity. Her message says, "The school kids loved your show. The only trick they asked for that you couldn't pull off was making their teacher disappear. Diane earned job experience, 100 simoleons, the educated moodlet, and 100 celebrity points." Now, while Josephine is at the humble harvest stand, she's going to buy some grapes and some cherries to plant. She needs the grapes because they're going to have a nectary back in their second bottom basement because I've expanded it now. The cherries, well, I just thought I might as well have cherry trees. We're just seeing here the door to the magic room and the fridges that are in the foyer. On the ground floor there are 3 toilets. On the left is the male toilet, on the right is the female toilet, and in the middle is the parents' room. The one with the pink door inside is the parents' room. It has a toilet for the parents to use, a baby change table, a potty chair and a rubbish bin, as well as the usual hand washing facilities and mirror. The male and female toilets have toilets for male or female Sims, plus hand washing facilities, but not so prettily decorated. This is the magic shop where Josephine is about to go shopping next. She'll look for a few elixir recipes. Would have been better letting Judy buy them from the bookstore because she's got the Bookshop Bargainer lifetime reward. It looks like a baby alien in that green bottle on the shelf. It came with the Supernatural expansion pack. She's going to check and see if there's anything interesting in the elixir store register. She ended up just buying a couple of books, I think. There was nothing much there worth looking at. But she's already got the negative moodlet for being ripped off, so she might as well maximise her being ripped offness. The books that she ended up buying were 5 recipe books for elixirs. I think there are 7 of them available at the store, and of course Judy's got the Bookshop Bargainer lifetime reward, so we would have been better waiting and getting them from the bookshop, but of course we got them, weren't thinking, and we bought them from the elixir store. Now we're going into the cafe. The industrial oven is in this cafe, and the register you can see there is from World Adventures. It's the food register. There's usually a sim in attendance at the food register, but there isn't one there today. I won't worry about getting one to come and attend the register. Judy's at home writing a book, so I'll just accept that title. Don't worry about what she's calling it. As I was saying, I'm not going to worry about getting someone to man that food register because they just stand there for hours, all day and all night, and Sims hardly ever bother to come and order food from them. If I need them later on, I'll hire one then. I don't have the mod installed that you can use to get the industrial oven to have both a chef and a waiter. So this chef has to do both jobs herself. She has to cook the food, take the orders, and take the food out to the customers after she's cooked it. We'll have a little look around the cafe and the area just outside while we wait for the chef to take the order and serve it, and for Josephine to eat her meal. This is the first time I've used this cafe in this game. I noticed in other games the cafe is often full of townie Sims sitting at tables, eating or using their laptops, doing homework, writing, reading, playing with their multi-tabs, whatever Sims can get up to while idle sitting at a table. If a hungry Sim comes into the cafe at a time when there is no chef on duty, they will just go into that industrial oven and cook themselves a meal. In other builds I've used a barrier to entry to stop this sort of thing, but I haven't bothered here. That's the tables out the front for the Sims to sit at if they don't want to sit inside. There's a brown door at the end of the hallway that the Sims can use to go outside to the play area. There's a sand pit and some rockers there. I've seen plenty of adults playing out there as well as toddlers and children. Here we are, the shops are shut and people are leaving. There was a fire at home and Judy quickly put it out with an ice blast before I had a chance to do anything. You see Meryl inside doing some cooking. She's preparing a family-sized meal, but she doesn't call the family to the meal. She just takes her portion and walks off to eat it. Sam, though, manages to call the family to the meal, and he distributes the meals around the various tables on this lower part of the lot. I think that's Pete, the freezer bunny gnome, sitting on the table. There's one lone Sim who's going to be eating out here on her own. You can see them starting to come to the meal that he's called them to. And of course, Meryl hasn't got out of her green bikini yet, not since she got into it when she got her power granted by the wishing well earlier in the morning. And she saw that happen in episode 2. I'm going to get her to wash her plate and clean up her dirty food preparation area. The rest of the household will continue to enjoy their meal. I think it was those fish roll things, sushi or something. As you can see, we still haven't finished replanting the depleted garden, but this is the top level basement. I'm going to get Craig to do some sculpting. He has a wish to do 5 and he's only done 3 so far. We'll cut through the stuff, so I don't want to sit here and watch him do all of that sculpture. So I'll just show you bits of it. The 3 large green plants in front of the display cabinet are omni plants. We haven't fed them with anything yet. Judy is the Sim who can order the omni plants from the mailbox and she can plant them, and she planted those 3. Okay, we can see the unicorns coming out of that sculpture. Here's Judy in action. She's mopping the floor. I think I'll get her to fix that broken sink. And then I'll send her to bed. Here's Judy going to bed. That's her bedroom. You remember you saw that in the earlier videos with the curtains? I hope she gets a good night's sleep. I think they're all tired. Early next morning, Stella dog found one of her freezer bunny gnomes. Muriel's got the job this morning of training Stella dog to hunt. The reason we got the dog was to dig up dog dig spots to find treasure, and she can't do that yet because her hunting skill isn't good enough. They're all training her a little bit at a time. She'll get there soon. Here's Hayley. I sent her out early to do some snorkeling. This will build her scuba diving skill. I have to keep an eye on her because I don't want her to get tired and drown on me. A little later in the day, and Josephine is training Stella dog to hunt now. Jeanie needs to change into her everyday clothes. And then she might read a fishing book because her fishing skill is at level 7 now, and she can read all of the books that we can get. Actually, she could read all of the books if we had them all, but we don't have them all yet. We need to go to the World Adventure World to get the books for fishing from there. When I was recording this, I didn't notice Judy walking down those steps, and she's going to go into an unlocked door to Sam's bedroom. I unlocked that door when Meryl kept running up there from the wishing well and dropping a cue when she couldn't get into the locked door. Now we've got Judy in there, and out comes a sim. But it's not Judy. It's Muriel. Now comes another sim. And she's going to go in there too. It's Meryl. She's in her sleepwear now. She must have changed when she went to bed last night. Now, I don't want Meryl in there, and I think that room is empty because I saw a sim coming out. And I might have noticed a sim going in earlier, but didn't realise who it was. Anyway, Meryl's out, and I'm going to lock the door. So nobody can get in or out now unless it is Sam. At this point, I wasn't aware that Judy was still locked in that room. Get Meryl to change into her everyday clothes, and then she can go to Carter's Corner store. It's one of my Savvy Sellers stores that I made. And we'll see, we had Josephine there earlier in the video. Now, Meryl's there. She's going to see if she can buy some grapes as well. Whatever the things you can buy there change each day, so it's worth going back regularly to see what's there. They need to grow the grapes to make nectar. They're setting up a nectary in their second bottom basement. I've expanded it for them already, but there's no nectary machines there yet. I've got those humble harvest stands set up in venues all over the world. They're very handy if you've got a gardening sim. Now Meryl's gone into the gardening shop to the consignment register, and she's going to buy something. I guess she's probably already got her negative mood for buying those grapes. And she just buys a Wugglesworth bear. There's nothing else in there that she's interested in at the moment. Now she heads into the magic shop. I see that our Elixir store register attendant is still working there. She's the one we hired in the earlier video. Now the Savvy Seller register attendant is there too. It's useful to have magic items available in the Savvy Seller shop because you can often just come in here and buy things instead of going into buy mode. And also, some of those items are expensive, and the Savvy Seller shop has sales every so often and you can get things cheaper. Excellent. Stella's got her hunting skill up to level 2. She should be able to dig up dog dig holes now. And Meryl is about to consign some fish. I think it's appropriate to consign fish in the elixir store because fish are used as ingredients in some of the elixirs. She doesn't have many fish in her inventory. We've kept a lot of them back so they can use them in recipes for either elixirs or food to eat. Some of the magic items available for sale in this magic shop are recolours of things you can get in buy mode. And if you buy them and don't like the recolours I've done, well, then you can recolour them again yourself, because this is Sims 3 and you can recolour them any way you like. On level 2 of this Savvy Seller store is a sweet shop. When I first made this build, I filled it with things from the Katy Perry Sweet Treats stuff pack. But after the bakery came out, I put bakery items in there. Meryl bought a piece of pie. Then she went up to the furniture store to eat it at a table that was supposed to be there to be bought as furniture, not to be used to eat at. Now, there are a few things going on back home. We still don't have a gardener, and Muriel has got a little job to do. There's there's a ladybug out there that she needs to catch, and an agave lizard. And I've decided that Jeanie is going to be our new gardener. And the dog dig spot's gone, so Stella dog must have dug it up. I suppose she just found a feather or something. There's Jeanie. She's off to City Hall to sign some paperwork, and when she comes back, she'll be a professional gardener. I do have the mod installed that lets you keep minor pets in your inventory without them escaping, but I prefer to sell them unless I really want them for some other reason, so we've sold the agave lizard for 95 simoleons. And I'm thinking that I'll get Muriel to join the painter career. It was time to go and check on Haley again. I found her walking up the beach. She'd got all smelly while snorkeling, so I told her to take a bath, expecting her to go home. But instead she went to Haley's Hobart's resort. She bought it for the household some time ago. Once she got inside, I couldn't resist clicking on the counter and checking for an adventure. I've never had any luck with these adventures in the past, but I thought, I don't know, just keep on trying. One day it might happen. Today was our lucky day. She got her adventure. The notice said, "The Old Sim and the Secret Island." Oh, so it's an adventure you want. Well then, why are you hanging in the lobby? You could be out searching for a secret island that only few have glimpsed. If you seek the unknown, talk to Christopher Collins. Christopher Collins will set you on your way. Objective: talk to Christopher Collins about Refuge Island. Would you accept this opportunity? Yes!